Hey folks, I hope you are doing well and good. And in this video of today, we are going to be talking about how business failed on how, right? So the question is about why do they fail, right? And we want to talk about the reason why they failed, right? I'm talking about not a big company, it's just about the startup company. So most of the startup company, they fail because they fail to experiment first their idea, and they start investing on a lot of money about their product, right? So in this video of today, I will share with you about the 7 points, and each point will have a little sub points. And to go with our topic for today is most business failed on how. All right, so let's start with the video for today. So let's write down the topic for today. Most business failed on how. Right, this is the how. So okay, now if we have to start a business, right? We are going to be talking about business capitals for idea, right? So the first one, let me try with a different marker. Business capital for your idea. Okay, so in this business capital for your idea, there are 4 points which I have just come up with. So number one is, how much do you need to start and test your idea, right? How much do you need? To start and test your idea, right? And number two is, we are going to be talking about e-commerce business because that's kind of easy. The reason why, because it's a web-based business. Web-based business are kind of a more cost efficient, and you don't actually need a high investment. So it's going to be a low investment. So we are going to be talking about web-based business. And the third point is the business platform. Okay, so the business platform, as we have mentioned, we are going to be talking about the e-commerce. So which is going to be a web-based platform, and it is eBay, Amazon, FBA, or let's say Shopify. I'm not going to be talking about what is eBay and all Shopify's and all, but you already have seen it or have understood by now. So what are these company? I'm assuming that way. And the service platform. So some service platforms are web-based as well. So which is going to be service platform and e-com, right? So business platform, this is going to be e-commerce. This is for e-commerce things, but this is for service platform. Okay, this can be any website, something like referral business. For example, how do I say? Let's say Uber referrals, right? Or there are a lot of websites that provide you the referral where you can earn commissions, right? So this is what we actually want to talk about for today. And this is going to be the first point. So we have a total amount of, total number of 7 points. So How much, the first question is business capital for your idea. How much do you need to start and test your idea? Well, to start with a web-based platform, you need about $500, right? $500 is a good amount to start with, because your hosting space, your domain space, everything is going to cost you no more than about like if you're going to go with a cheap website just to test it and try to go with WordPress website. There are a lot of pre-built WordPress website. You just have to drag and drop it, and so your cost is going to be about about $500 to start with, and because it's going to be mostly eBay stuff and all those things, so they don't ask you to kind of start up a deposit. What I have seen is that the Shopify is one of the websites. They probably may ask you for a monthly subscription, but you can also try with the cheaper version of those. And the service platform, this does not really require much, because you just have to put about the referral programs. And how do you do that? Is by having your WordPress website. So see, is this one WordPress website. So these are very common thing you may want to learn in the future, how to drag and drop and build your sites through WordPress. It's actually very easy, but you just have to figure it out how you're gonna do it, because in this video I'm gonna go through about how you're gonna do that, right? So where to invest, that's the second point. Where to invest. So as we have discussed earlier, the cost that we are looking here to start a business is about like a $500. And so where to invest? Okay, the first one would be your domain and hosting space. So I would not say go with the hosting space, because hosting space is going to be a yearly subscription or monthly subscription. But you don't want to go with the kind of a hosting space. Instead, you want to purchase your domain name, the email that comes default with it, and then go for WordPress. Later on, once your business accelerates and you are able to make a good amount of money, then you can switch to a hosting space and build your own custom website. So if you're building a custom website, that's when you need a kind of a separate server for your hosting space. But if it's not, then you can always use a WordPress, which is quite good enough, unless you have more than like 100,000 of product in your site. So if you are caring about, mostly you're not going to be selling anything at all. I mean to say, like you are going to be selling your products of mostly the data, which is going to cover or eat up your server would be your images, right? So WordPress is very good for those. So there's a way to compress the content, the images as well, so it will eat up a lot of space for your server, right? So where to invest? This is one of the things there where you want to invest. This is your investment, which is going to cost you about it depends on, it's going to be $50 to $150. So we will take it as $150, which is the maximum. Okay, now we have about like a balance of $350, right? In this $350, what you want to figure out is what you want to do, right? And once you want to figure it out what we want to do, it could be a product related to anything, whatever that you want to do. Actually, I suggest you to, if you want to do it like a kind of e-commerce product, then go with a product sector like FMCG. This stands for fast moving consumer goods. So go for something fast consumer good, because people are going to be consuming this kind of a product every day, and if you do sell a good product, actually they might return back to you and increase your sales pattern, right? That's what we are looking for. And so why is not a matter, it's not a big matter for now. What you want to do is what matter first. And the second point is this stuff that we want to focus on is how. right? How you want to do that. So you can always, if you want to, as we are going to be creating more of these, what we call it, the e-commerce, e-com thing. And so if you want to start up a business with Amazon, eBay, or Shopify, you can always contact your local vendors or suppliers, and you don't have to actually necessarily purchase your inventory. Just collaborate with somebody else, try to create a product that can be ordered online. It could be a local market as well. So I'm not suggesting you to go with a like kind of high international product, but search for your domestic or national product. So your product can be easily be counted if you have the inventory available in your warehouse or not. You can monitor those properly. And at the same time, you're going to be helping the business to accelerate your products sales. So how you going to do that, right? This is your first investment on domain name, and you know what product that you want to do. Now we will focus on the how, right? So how you do that? First you need to do is build your audience, and then on your audience you're going to build your brand, right? And that is how you're going to be looping the network in these two sectors, right? So your audience can be anyone. You don't necessarily have to have a brand. When I say brand, is your company name or your business name. So to build your audience, you don't need to have this brand. Brand can be of two types. First, yourself, you or yourself, you're right. You are a kind of brand already. People recognize you, people track you, people follow you, you have a friend, follower, some sorts of a thing. And if you're a startup guy, don't worry about that you have to have a kind of a big audience. Just create a social media account, say for example like Facebook or Instagram, and try to follow people and follow only the people who what you want to do related with your business, right? So it has a kind of a relevance on people, and also you will be able to get yourself updated from whatever the things that they do. So you are a brand. First build your own brand, and then build your own company brand. So there are two kind of a brand. The first is yourself, and then the later part is your business. So with yourself first, before you start your business, build your audience, interact with people, share your ideas, and communicate with people, right? And once you build up, let's say 50 to 100 people in your audience, try to build your business name and brand. You actually do not necessarily have to do the LLC registration at this point because you want to just test and try, right? But a company will ask you they will ask you for your business account. So at this point, what you can do, instead of doing a LLC, what you can do is create your personal account and get this payment to your PayPal or any Square and all those stuffs, right? So you can always identify that you are the seller of this product. So LLC, you can actually start it. It's not going to be expensive, but if you want to start it, it's going to cost you about like $160 to $200. So you don't have much about this money. But we are trying to build first to see if we can really work out on $500. So the cheapest way, right? So first, start with your own name and start with have a brand name, but all these accounts would be linked to your personal bank account, which is going to be create your PayPal account or Square account or Stripe accounts, right? And so how do you build your brand? I'm going to share here. So what are the tools that you're going to be using it? So how do you build your brand, right? Number one is using social media. I would say, just go focus on social media, because we already have a lot of platform things in social media. That's going to be Facebook, then second we have Instagram, then three, the YouTube, right? So focus on this two. I would say focus on this two, not this three necessarily, because many people don't use Facebook anymore. So, or maybe if there are, but people engage more solely on Instagram and YouTube. The reason why I would suggest you to go with Instagram is because you can use this Instagram for your infographic, right? Infographic information. It's just like a photo image, swipe left or right, and then you can go share people instructions or about your product review. Similarly, you can use this video for a longer version of a video, right? So that is the reason why I would say use this Instagram and YouTube for your brand marketing or building your brand. And this is how you have to do it, right? And how you're going to get your contents. So for example, because you're not going to be selling your own manufactured product, so you're going to be selling your somebody else's product. They will always, this manufacturer will always have a video. It's going to be about like a 1 to 5 minutes videos of a product demonstration, product demo. Just download that. There is no such a copyright for all this kind of a product. You can always use their their videos and edit it for yourself. So there's going to be a lot of images and website contents. You can always use those, copy paste and create a kind of image content, photo content, and then copy paste all those information and use in your infographic thing, and also with your videos with your voiceover. You can create a YouTube channel and start building whatever the product that you have it, or announce or market your product to your audience. So I'm not gonna. This video is actually just kind of a basic thing, but I just want to help you out to understand how quickly you can start and analyze it, because whatever I'm discussing right now are kind of the main points. So one of the few things that you also have to know is, while you're building your brand, right, what you want to do is learn how to communicate or tell story. So I'm not going to talk about right now again how to tell a story, but yeah, you might want to learn how to communicate properly, and do not use the AI voice things, because it's kind of annoying and it does not shows that you are kind of a serious person, in my point of view. So the third point is going to be the software tools, what you need. So mostly I use for photo editing the Canva. It's an app, also it's a web-based, and also for video editing, if you'd like to, for your phone, on your for just kind of an app, you might want to use this called Luma. So this is one of the two app that I use. You can have your own thing, but it just this kind of these apps are kind of a small in size if you have a less space in your phone. So you can use, and they come up with iOS and Android version. So these are the two software tools that you may want to use it. And the fourth point is marketing platform. The marketing platform would be, as we have discussed earlier, it's going to be Instagram or YouTube, and so Instagram or YouTube. And then we have the schedule. You can schedule about like a 2 to 3 posts every week or per week, right? So 2 to 3, and engage your audience The best part about whatever you do is be open with the FAQ, right? This is what something you might want to consider. Ask when people ask you questions on your YouTube or Instagram. Respond as much as you can, so people will be more engaged on your platform. And product hosting. So where do you want to? Fifth point is product hosting. So where do you want to host your product? I would say eBay or Amazon as an FBA or Shopify. These are the three places where you can. And also for the service that, as we have discussed earlier, you can go with Uber Eats, and something like Lyft, another company that provides you the affiliate program where you can refer someone else by creating your own little page of product review or service review, and you can share to them. And what is the business cost? As we have already discussed, it's going to be this is the number 6. The $500 is the business cost, and the last point that we actually want to talk for today, according to our topic, is how. So your smart move. I call it your smart move, right? So what is going to be your smart move? First thing before you start a business, I would say, as I have a lot of marketing books and also a lot of sales books that I have here. Sometimes I just go through, read randomly, and try to extract a kind of a good idea based on whatever I want to do, based on the product or the things that I want to do, the service. So your smart move, what do you want to do? The first thing is read. Second thing is that you want to learn, right? And the third thing is know how to survive. And 4 is to prosper, right? Read, learn, survive, and prosper. That is your smart move. You got to understand. You will understand. Once you read it, then you will know it. Once you know it, you will know how to survive. And when you survive, you will always prosper. So this is where many people died, based on how, because they do not know how to operate it. So how you do that, right? This is the how thing. Number 2 is respond fast in doubt. So when in doubt, respond fast, right? So how do you do that? How do you respond to your how whenever you have an issues, a problems? Focus on what it is, right? And then speed. The third thing is urgency. Create an urgency. And the 4 is be flexible, right? So focus on what is the main problem. What is this? Money? Is the management? Is this the business model? Or is this a strategy? Or is this the marketing? Focus on what is the thing that is not boosting up the sales or the marketing target, and speed it up as much as you can, right? Speed it up. What I mean to say by speed it up is by monitoring and figuring it out. What is the best way to, efficient way to accomplish and take an action, and create as much as you can an urgency on anything that you do, and be flexible on your strategies, your plan, right? Or your business model. Be flexible on it to achieve your target. That is what you want to do. And the other thing is, number 3 is increase your frequency control. So the third point, increase your frequency control. What is this, right? So you gotta how to increase your frequency control, revisit or review your goals. You have to understand, sometimes if you are too long in the same goal, you end up forgetting about what actually is your goal when you try to focus too much on sales, marketing, and the PR stuff, right? You end up forgetting your goal. So review and revisit your goal as much as you can, and then also understand your key performance indicator, understand your KPI. What is in KPI? There can be a lot of things, but if you are safe selling this product, what is that you want to do to boost these sales? Is that the people with income, right? Income, or is that the age, or is that the demographic, or is that the quality of the product? So you want to understand your KPI, key performance, and based on that you will be able to boost your sales. Once you understand what is your once you understand the indicator of your product or whatever is performing very well. So what you do, the next one is tracking, right? Track as much as you can and try to understand and support your KPI, right? So that's how you will be able to figure it out and monitor it, the product in an efficient way, and take action more often. So I would say take corrective action. Right, take action as much as you can, the correct way. There is no such a thing called right and wrong way, but the correct way is how to make more sales, right? How to make more sales is a corrective way. So, and how to not only sales by selling a bad product, but because you are in a product selling business, so you want to make sure that the best way to help out would be to increase more sales and provide a good service to your customer, and monitor your cash cow. So the last one I want to talk about today in this video, the last topic is going to be monitor your cash cow. So always keep in mind before you invest on anything, when you are investing on a $1, try to come up with $4 as a return. So this is going to be your ROI strategy, right? So if you are putting $500, you want to return at least $2,000 from the business. If you can't hit this number, that is the magic number at the end, what you want to try, right? So remember, it is going to be $1 of investment and $4 of your return. So okay guys, that's all for this video, and about what we have discussed, I will share you the notes in the description, and if you have any questions, please do feel free, so we can discuss in details. And if you have any thing that you want to come up with, or you want to share or make any corrections on something that I have explained to you in this video, please do feel free to share, and let's do the best things for everyone. All right, so if you have any questions, like I say, please do comment in the comment section, and see you in the next video.